Welcome to a recap video of the Tour de Proviso 2025. This year, Tour de Proviso was hosted by Oak Park. As always, hundreds of riders came out to enjoy this beautiful event, to be able to have the opportunity to cycle through various different neighborhoods and just have a good time while also, enjoying one another's presence. Last year, before the 5th annual tour, I actually was blessed to have an opportunity to have interviewed the mayor of Broadview, Mayor Katrina Thompson, about the actual creation of the Tour de Proviso. She's one of the founding members and actually the one who was inspired, to collaborate with other local officials to create this wonderful event. So I felt that it was perfect timing for you guys to have an opportunity to hear about, all of the different things that went into making this event happen. In this interview, we're going to talk about health and wellness, economics, the importance of positive collaborations, and then just different things that really hit at the heart of the importance of having sound and strong and just leadership. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and get into this wonderful interview.
So it started in the village of Broadview in 2020 when we were in the height of COVID. Mm-hmm. And so we were closed in, and when they started giving us some little uplifts where we can go out but not congregate, so I was like, well, let's do a bike ride. So I was put on social media, who want to do a bike ride? And so the first bike ride, we had probably like 7 people from Broadview showed up. And we did this every week. And then more people started coming, and we grew up to almost 30 riders. Wow. A week. And we had people from all over in the township, so they would come from Hillside, Bellwood, Maywood, Melrose Park, and we would just ride for 1 hour just so that we can have some recreation and just enjoy the outside. And we would ride from 17th to the Salt Creek Trail. And one day, we was on a ride and we was crossing over the railroad tracks on 17th, and Trustee Jones of Maywood, he says, Mayor, what do you think about if we, expand it and do something like Tour de France? I was like, I can't talk to you because I got to keep my hands on these handlebars. But when we take a pause, we can talk about it. So I thought it was such a great idea. And so we just said we would do Tour de Proviso. And that's how it birthed, Tour de Proviso. So we promoted it and said that we wanted to get those municipalities that wanted to participate, just to show unity in the community, how we promote health and wellness, how we take care of ourselves, how we look at tourism, how we look at transportation from the lenses of community, because we've been so used to just driving everywhere we go, we don't get to see the conditions of the roads and stuff. So it just fell in our laps because of the pandemic. So I'm happy that we got to engage some things. So now we're 5 years in. And so when we initially started, we have 14 municipalities in the Proviso Township. I asked every mayor to participate. It was only 3 villages that got on board, and that was Bellwood, Broadview, and Maywood. And that's how this shield is. If you can see the shield, this is the shield of our tour. This is the very first Tour de Proviso shirt that we had during that first ride, and it got Broadview, Maywood, and Bellwood. And we said that we would be committed to making sure that we bring resources to disadvantaged communities that's structured like Broadview, Bellwood, and Maywood. And the rest is history.
Awesome. Another question that I have, so now that we're in the 5th year, because like I said, I participate in at least 2 of them, and each year I love it because, like you said, we don't really get out. We drive by different communities all the time, but we never really stop and watch and look at nature and actually get to see the beauty of the communities. So my question is this: for this year, how do you think it's different than previous years? Like, is the route the same, or have things changed?
Oh, a lot has changed in these 5 years, and I'm really proud of the work that we did it together. It wasn't just like me doing all the work. The municipalities, we just really band together and work together to create something that's so phenomenal. When you talk about the Black and Hispanic communities, we are always considered the disadvantaged communities because we lack the resources that some of our colleagues in other communities have access to. So when we The first year, we noticed a whole bunch of potholes. A good example would be when we did the first tour from here. We did from here to 9th, and it was bumpy ride, and then we got on Washington Boulevard to go through Bellwood, and Washington Boulevard was just like, I hope don't nobody fall off their bike. But if you go there now, it's been repaved. They have bike lanes. So these are things that we really got to talk about. Like, we can go to other communities and they have all of these access to resources for transportation where it's safe for bikers to ride or pedestrians to cross the parkways. We didn't have that. But now we're starting to see that it's gradually coming to our communities. The first ride we rode on the Salt Creek Trail, a lot of people didn't even know they existed. The Cook County Forest Preserve is right in our backyard. And you can see the beauty of nature when you're talking about being outdoors and being engaged and learning to take your family on like walk trails and bike trails and hiking and all of those things. It's right in our backyard, literally. So fast forward to 2024 where we are now, because these are the 3 founding communities of Tour de Proviso. Broadview hosted the first 2 years because it was so new to us, and I just felt like I didn't want this to ever go away because I'm seeing how significant and what it really meant to us to like say something that we created together. And so the first 2 years we hosted it, and then the third year I believe it went to Riverside, but we got to tour through Brookfield. We rode through the Brookfield Zoo. They allowed us to, I mean, it was just amazing, and we had so many riders show up. Active Transportation followed us on social media, so they started putting some resources and helping us, you know, with transportation, what that looked for bikers. But it's so significant because as we create and we revitalize our communities, we're starting to see things like we could visualize like what do tourism bring to our community. So if we're on a bike and we're able to see it, maybe we could stop at a restaurant and have a beverage, or we can have a sandwich, or, you know, what could we put in on this vacant lot, you know, just to give some creativity and like get the residents in our communities engaged on like, what do you see? What would you like us to advocate for, or what you would want to see in these areas?
And just like that, just like last year, let's ride. So this is actually me riding along the Prairie Path. And if you don't know, the Prairie Path can go all the way if you're going towards, you know, the city. It can take you into the city, or if you're going into the opposite direction, it can take you all the way out to Aurora, you know, and beyond. And this is me on the bike path riding to the edge of the boundaries of even Maywood. And at one point in time, I thought that was it. You know, that from there, you pretty much have to get on the streets in order to get access to other communities like River Forest or Forest Park. But unbeknownst to me, you could still ride back behind the site of Maybrook, and actually there's a pathway that leads you directly over a bridge into downtown Forest Park, and then the paths continue. So this is the kind of connection that, you know, we have in our own communities, but a lot of times we're totally unaware of it.
When you think of the Fred Hampton House, that's a tourism destination. So we're creating destination places as we look through this. So if we go into a museum for the Fred Hampton House, and that's generating revenue that's coming in, they go into this museum, they seeing the work that took place with Fred Hampton and the work that he did during the civil rights time. Now we can say, okay, well, we have these restaurants, so maybe they do the tours of the museum. They want to have somewhere to go dine, or they want to, you know, have somewhere where they may just want to go get an ice cream. But it could be anywhere in the township. And so we just want to create a destination for our township to show that we have rich history here, we have tourism destination, and it's a safe place to be for people to engage, to congregate, and to be community. We are a community. So we have 2 different routes for, you know, the different type of riders, because what we found out is that some people are more advanced riders. They ride all the time, so they're in shape and they want to go a little bit further. So we wanted to create a space for those riders as well, so that we don't lose the momentum of what Tour de Proviso really is, and showcasing the different municipalities that we touch. And the beauty of this, all of the municipalities that participate, we all have great working relationships. And so that's a benefit to us. Like, we embrace the diversity of Tour de Proviso. It's not just about Bellwood, Maywood, Broadview, but it's all of the other municipalities that participate with us, ride with us, and we have a really good time.
So the theme that I want to leave you all with, of course, it's going to be community, but it's going to be about keep moving. I think today was about keep moving. We started moving. Our community needs us to keep moving for our youth so they can see us. When times are challenging, even during COVID, I'm actually around the same people that I was around when we had a response to that. And even during tough times now, I'm around those same people. So I appreciate our community, whether it be Oak Park all the way to Bellwood. I appreciate you all for coming out.
When we talk about health and wellness, it's a all well-being of just moving. You moving, it can impact your mental, your physical health. If you have chronic illnesses, even if you move just a little bit for 1 hour, that could be life-changing for someone that's dealing with a chronic disease. And so it's up to us as leaders to be able to articulate that in the food that we eat. And it's just an ecosystem that we have to participate in, but it's really a mindset and it's a behavior change in how we look at things and how we execute it. I'm so passionate about this. I could talk about it for a long time because it's just so meaningful in a lot of different areas that communities like Bellwood, Maywood, and Broadview, the disadvantage and the disservice that we've had from previous administration with the lack of awareness and how we bring people together. And from my lens, like this is the first time I've seen like all of the mayors in the township really working together for the greater good of everybody that live in all of these communities. Like we literally support initiatives. We show up for each other at different events or different ideas that may come up. We support that because it's good for people at large. We can no longer be in silos. We have to collaborate, we have to partner, and we have to change the mindset of the people that live here to get out and branch out to, most people, family is from Maywood, Bellwood, and they know each other, but how we get together and unify, it makes us stronger as communities. And when we show up in a strong sense, we can have more access to the resources that we need for our communities. So it just makes sense for us to collaborate and partner. And then when funding become available, it's not just one municipality going after the funding, it's all 14 of us going after the funding, and we all get to share the same pie.
And this is an example of one of the fruits of the collaborations. I believe a charity donated bikes and that were raffled off. And I wish you could have seen the little boy's face when he was surprised his name was called to win this beautiful blue bike. But this is a prime example of everybody pitching in to make this event a success.
Last year was the first year that we said, okay, because now we're looking at sponsorships and we're dealing with financials, and it's an impact on municipalities because we account for every dollar that comes through here, and so it shows up in our audits. And so we want to make sure that we're fiscal responsible and we're accountable to the taxpayer dollar. So last year we decided to, so the three founding members, which is Bellwood, Broadview, and Maywood, and then that three founding members is myself, Mayor Harvey, and Trustee Jones. That's the Tour de Proviso team. And so we partnered, we said we need to figure out who we can rely on that can really help us with this. And so we decided to partner with Best of Proviso. And we felt that Best of Proviso was the organization to do this work with us because they connected to the community, they very engaging, they tap into a lot of different areas, like they help youth, they do a lot of mental health, those that's experiencing suicidal and how they engage. And they stay connected to all of the communities in the township. And it's a space where people can, have dialogue on their social media pages. So they've helped us a lot with how we look at Tour de Proviso. And so last year, by them coming on board, we were able to do friendly competitions like the municipality that has the most volunteers or riders that show up on a day, you can get bragging rights, so you get the trophy. So last year, Westchester hosted Tour de Proviso in Westchester, and they took home the first place. Broadview was in second place. So it's a friendly, competition that takes place with the municipalities, but it's inspirational. It gives people pride, and you get to brag in the community that you live in. And I think when we look at it from a lens of we're proud to be Proviso, it's really a one Proviso. And so partnering with Best of Proviso, I think, was a very good decision that we could have, partnered with them because they help us a lot with this.
Best of Proviso Township. Well, there's always got to be a change. Handing over a different trophy. So first of all, I want to say on behalf of the Best of Proviso Township, we enjoy being part of this. We're happy that Mayor Harvey, Trustee Miguel Jones, Mayor Katrina Thompson, the founders of Tour de Proviso, felt encouraged and trust our organization enough to partner with this Tour de Proviso every year. We really enjoy it. One of the things for me, cycling is therapeutic. It's been a rough year for me, and I'm pretty sure it's been a rough year for everybody. We don't believe in borders out in this area. There's no village borders. Our Maywood Rolling Wheel Club members out here, we roll through every community in this area. So Old Park has a strong cycling club. Westchester Cycle Group is here. I'm a member of them also. I'm sure Brookfield Cycling Club is here. Riverside Cycling Club is here. I implore you, whatever village you live in, to collaborate and establish a cycling club in your community.
So any contributions that we get, so like when municipalities, because we're not a nonprofit organization, so if we solicit in contribution or donations to help with the cause, where we can be impactful to the receiver, you know, funds that we raise, we can help Best of Proviso with the initiatives that they have. Like maybe they want to do school supplies for children. Mm-hmm. They have resources that they can do that. Or if someone falls on hard times and they experience a homeless moment and they need to stay in a hotel for a week, Best of Proviso can give to help secure, you know, safe haven for, you know, those that may be experiencing homelessness. Or if they having a mental health breakdown and they need some resources, we're able to put those resources and wraparound services to help that person that maybe have some challenges in that moment. Or if you have a young person that's in high school and the family just can't afford to send them to prom and stuff like that. I mean, they raise money to.
Oh, they do a lot of different
They help young people that families can't afford to send them to proms, but the kids want to go to prom, but the family just can't afford to get hair done, nails done, or even a haircut for the gentleman, or just a suit. They provide these resources, and a lot of time they use their own personal monies to make sure these kids have access. So if we're a community and we're saying that we're going to practice love and kindness, I just think the money that's raised out of Tour de Proviso, we can put those resources there because we know they're going to spend them in the right area. And so that's the nonprofit part. And then those that make those contributions, it's a tax deductible. Or if they made it to the municipality, it's not tax deductible. So, you know, it's a win-win for those that partner with us, that do the sponsorship of Tour de Proviso, because we know the resources is really coming back to those that's in the township that have the greatest need.
So, but last year's champion was the Village of Bellwood. And if y'all know Mayor Harvey, he's very competitive. He's not going to go down without a fight. So I'm going to announce the top 5 villages in regards to the registration. This trophy started with the concept. If you watch NHL hockey, and when they get that trophy, the team who win it, they take it around the world for that whole year. So we felt that with Tour de Proviso, with the way it brings the community together, we deserve our own trophy. So last year was the first year of the trophy. I'm sorry, Westchester 2 years ago, who was a strong ally also and a big supporter of the Tour de Proviso. I see you right there, Barry, and Mayor Ribble. So first of all, I want to thank President Skaman, President Aducci, Mayor Rory Hoskin, the village of Forest Park, Oak Park, and River Forest. You guys have been tremendous allies in this. Jonathan, thank you. Paula and the rest of the team. Annie with Visit Oak Park. There's many we want to thank. And we also want to thank Joe Walker of Catholic Charity, who donated the bicycles right there, one of my classmates. So without further ado, coming in 5th place was the Village of Forest Park. Coming in 4th place was the Village of Westchester. Coming in 3rd place was the Village of River Forest. Coming in 2nd place was the defending champ, Village of Bellwood. I think it's only appropriate if I hand this to Mayor Harvey Coming in first place with a total of 250 registered riders. We probably eclipsed almost 1,200 riders this time. Every year is going up. Last year was the first year, the 20-mile ride. I saw probably about a 70% boost in the 20-mile ride this year. So coming in first place is the Village of Oak Park.
Oak Park, you guys did it. Even though I think I saw some people just opening their door and stepping outside as part of the count. But now, Oak Park, you did a great job. Man, we love how people come together, and Oak Park is just a model for the rest of our communities on how families should be, and how communities should be. So thank you, President's Game, and congratulations.
Thank you, go Oak Park.
I think Trustee Jones had done a collaborative effort with River Forest with the whole kayaking. So I guess my question is, do you guys foresee being able to do other type of initiatives like this? Or even, I know as a leadership, you guys can't do everything,
Right.
but especially even passing the baton to see if you can actually get locals involved in creating more initiatives. Because, you know, although we're doing things in the warmer months, like possibly figuring out if between the municipalities we can come up with events to get people out during the colder months. Has that something that you guys have thought about, or, you know?
So usually, you know, it's just who's going to do the work.
Right.
And that's literally what it boils down to. So when we talk about partnerships and collaborations and that entity, like the kayaking that they did with the Forest Preserve, this is just showing the people that live in our communities the resources that we have available that we don't know. But if we're not actively participating and we're not getting in the kayak to get on the riverbanks to show that we can do these types of things, we can know about it, but people actually want to see us in the boat, on the water, and rowing. So we have to take that initiative, and everybody's passion is not the same. And so we also have to honor and respect the space and where they are at this time. It don't mean that they don't want to participate. It's just not their passion on what they see to move forward on some things. You know, some leaders, their only passion is economic development. But that doesn't change the recreational space that we should be creating for everybody that live in communities. You know, recreation is not just about the children or the seniors. It's about all people, you know, working people, those with special needs. We have to create recreational activities for everyone. So like for me, I'm real active, especially with health and wellness, because if we're moving and we're participating, we age gracefully with limit. You know, we may not be able to move as well as we did 20 years ago, but we put ourselves in a better position where we're able to be in shape and be strong and be able to participate. So it just depends on, I'm just an advocate for health and wellness and moving and mobility, because that means so much. You know, I play golf, and so one of the ladies that's in the league with me, she's 98 years old.
Oh, beautiful.
And she's still playing golf.
And kicking butt, all right.
And she hit that ball very straight. And so one of my friends, we was talking about it the other day, we had a banquet, and she was like, I bet you she was a cold golfer when she was 50 years younger. But that's exactly where I want to be, being able to move, being in my right mind. I may move slow, but that gives me hope that I can see somebody that's 98 that's not stuck in the house waiting for somebody to come care for them. I mean, she have some assistance, you know, but she's out, she's moving, she's laughing, she's having a great time, and she's doing what she really loves to do. And so, you know, we have the Move with the Mayor initiative. Mayor Booker's, you know, they launch theirs in Maywood as well. So we walk every week. And so we do that in the summertime. We ride for an hour or we walk for an hour for those that want to walk or ride a bike, so that we continuously move. And the program is growing. And so we change it to those that's retired, that, you know, 55 and older, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we walk for 1 hour. And so when we engage the community, sometimes we just have to offer it. And if 2 people show up, that don't mean that it's a bad program or it's unsuccessful. It just means we keep going, and then the numbers start growing. The group that walked on Tuesday and Thursday, it started with 4 of us. Now it's 12 of us on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you just got to be consistent, and just put the message out there that this is something that we want to do. But you have to talk about these things when you talk about how you look at a comprehensive plan, how you visualize your municipality in the next 10 or 15 years, what's included in that package, and how we work off of a system to make impactful that can change lives, because people want to live, work, and play where they are. We shouldn't have to go to other areas to get the benefits of recreation. It's right here.
But a partnership and a family atmosphere for all of our communities. We are definitely bringing communities together, bringing people together, and it's just an amazing feat. This event is called the Tour Proviso, and we've just increased the size of Proviso Township by bringing Oak Park, River Forest, amongst others in, and we're going to continue to increase our family. I just want to thank you so much, and I'm going to let you have the last word before Randall McFarland gets on to speak about the great news about Oak Park. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for inviting me into the family. As I said earlier, these mayors and trustees have become my community during a very tough time in our history. And it was also said earlier by Mayor Katrina Thompson, we know we've been here before. So here in Oak Park and in Greater Proviso, we believe in freedom of speech, we believe in the Constitution of the United States, and we believe in each other. That's right.
Without further ado, give it up for Randall McFarland.
And with that, another Tour de Proviso down. I hope you guys enjoyed a recap of the events that transpired during that event, and I hope you guys took away the good message and meaning from it. There was a lot of positivity surrounding the event. I really love to see the collaboration between the nonprofits, the village leadership, and then just the participants in this event. So once again, if you miss it this year, just know that the 7th year of this event is probably already in the works, and just keep an eye out for it. It's a beautiful opportunity to get to know other people in neighboring communities, and for the boundaries of our communities to continue to grow. So with that being said, I'm Claudia from the Neighborhood Watchdog, and you guys have a great day.